If you think the Dolomites are too expensive to see on a budget, think again. I spent 5 nights there, eating incredible meals, taking hot showers, no camping, and no sleeping in my car. In fact, I didn't even need a rental car, and I did it all for about 1,000 euros or less than 1,200 USD. Everyone says you need a car. You don't. Everyone says the hotels are expensive. They're not. Everyone says you can't eat well for cheap. You can. My husband and I traveled across the Dolomites for 10 days without a car in September. Let me show you the real numbers and what it costs per person. Let's start with accommodations, the biggest expense other than flights, which are not included in this budget breakdown because they vary so much across individual cases. I stayed in mountain refugios for 4 nights. These aren't hostels. They're family-run huts that include dinner and breakfast. They generally cost around 100 euros a night, some a little less, some a little more. That's for a bed, usually a shared bathroom with hot showers, plus a 3-course dinner and breakfast. It's true the food is better at some refugios than others, with some specifically renowned for their food. But the same goes for the rooms. Some have privates and some only shared bunk rooms. So do your research. But you're sure to have your basic needs met in any mountain hut. You might be saying to yourself, Shannon, why not just camp? That's cheap, right? Well, believe it or not, some campsites will run you upwards of 50 euros a night. Plus, they don't include meals and you have to carry all that equipment. Not for me. For one night in Cortina, I did splurge on an actual hotel for about 200 euros. You could do this in the middle or at the end of your trip too, just as a little treat to yourself if you wish. That's 5 nights of accommodations for 690 euros, an average of about 138 euros per night, with most meals included. Speaking of food, you can easily cover your lunches for about 15 euros a day. We did this by grabbing sandwiches and picnic supplies at the local grocery shops when passing through towns and villages. This was a fun way to try all kinds of local meats, cheeses, baked goods, and snacks. Many refugios will also pack you a lunch for about this cost. Just ask when you arrive. We didn't include any beer money in this budget, but refugios also have bars, so you'll need to budget for about 5 or 6 euros a beer if you plan on sipping any cold ones after a long day on the trails. All in all, we spent less than $100 on food in 5 days, about 75 euros, thanks to those half-board meal plans at the refugios. 3 words for how you'll save the most money in the Dolomites. No rental car. We took 1 bus to Cortina for 25 euros. After that, free. Most hotels and some refugios include a guest pass for public transit, which covers all local buses and regional trains in South Tyrol. Then, when we needed to get to Munich for our last flight home, it was just a 40 euro train from Bolzano. And you know what I didn't pay? 400 euros for a week-long car rental, which, by the way, is way more expensive if you don't drive a manual. Plus 200 euros or more in gas, not for me. The grand total for transport, 65 euros. 180 euros for a 5-day Dolomiti Superski lift pass might sound expensive, but consider this. The pass gives you unlimited access to over 450 cable cars and chairlifts across the entire Dolomites region. Without it, you'd pay 20 euros, maybe even up to 40 euros for each cable car. On one of our big mileage days, we took 7 lifts, so this pass definitely saved us money, time, and energy. Plus, they're super fun to ride. Many of the lifts are experiences and attractions in themselves, like the coffin gondolas at Forcella Sassalungo, and the lifts had some of the best views we saw the entire trip. Alright, let's tally the total damage. Lift pass for 5 days, 180 euros. Grand total, 1,010 euros, which is about 1,180 US dollars. That's 6 days, 5 nights, warm beds, hot meals, local specialties, daily showers, iconic hikes, no rental car, no insane gas prices, and no driving crazy mountain roads, definitely no sacrifices, all under $1,200. The Dolomites aren't just for rich people or luxury travelers. Sure, there's plenty of that if that's what you're into. In fact, that was part 2 of our trip, so you can check out the other videos on our channel. But if you're trying to ball on a budget, the Dolomites are where it's at. Check out the description below for more. Happy travels!